Morning everyone, welcome to another kiln opening. This is a big load of glazed pottery. I have lots and lots of mugs in here, a few new glazes that I haven't really used before from Amaco, and then some little tiny things that I'm going to make into pins and magnets, so you'll see. I feel like I should just take you in here because there's so many small things. I'm not gonna take them out one by one to show you, so I'll show you now. So we have a bunch of the flat things are just going to be pins and magnets. So we have some cats and capybaras. We have these really cute little pigeons and a couple really cute chickens. My parents helped me glaze these. My dad did some base coats on the pins, and my mom and I did all the detail work. They turned out so cute. I did big plates of these capybaras, and I thought they were so cute that I should make them into pins. Love that. And then these, I made little 3D printed, let's see if I can get it to focus, 3D printed cookie cutters. So I can make these into pins and magnets. And people on my Instagram actually voted for magnets as opposed to pins, but people at my shows asked for pins, so I thought that was interesting. And then I have all these little vases that my mom helped me glaze. Actually, she glazed all of these while I was doing other things. There, change my camera settings. Let's see if that helps. So we have lots of these cute little magnet vases. She really went to town and just kind of did her own thing. That one is so cute. That one will just be, I call these whisker vases. So I guess it's lucky if you collect your cat's whiskers and kind of put them in this little teeny tiny little vase. That one looks like a little cotton plant or something. She did lots of little cutesy designs. People go crazy over these, so I have a whole bunch of them. I have more that I'm gonna fire today too. So I'll take all these out and I'll show you guys the little plates below. Okay, so I forgot to mention, the one thing I get asked the most about, especially for the little vases, so I make the backs flat so then I can put the magnets on them, and people ask what adhesive I use and what magnets I use. So I use these, I'll put a link because I don't know if they're rare earth magnets or something, but they're really strong, super, super strong. And I used to buy, so these come in a different pack of magnets that I got originally that I didn't like because they left kind of this residue on my hands, so I didn't like it, but it came with this product called VHB that I really liked. My husband used to sell this, so he knew all about it. But they don't sell those other magnets anymore. They do sell these little circles, but they're 1-inch circles, and these are about 3/4 of an inch, so 0.7-ish. So even if you bought the other circles, you'd have to cut them down. So I'm deciding today, well, I ordered it last week, but that I'm gonna use this JB Weld. It comes in gray, but I found it in clear. I think gray is most often used, and it's 2-part epoxy. So you just squirt some out, mix it up, and then attach just like you'd be using glue. And I think it sets in an hour, and it's good to go after 24 hours. So I'm hoping that this will be a good replacement. So I'll leave a link in the description, and maybe you can use it too. All right, moving on to the next shelf. Okay, underneath the pins and magnets, I had some tiny little dishes that I'm super excited about. I almost wish that I would have done all of my dishes like this because they turned out so cute. I just used underglaze and painted some cute little fruits and vegetables and a couple little fish. A little tomato. I have a couple little tomatoes. Well, this one's a big tomato. Be a cute little set. And a couple little fish. Ooh, it's still hot. I gotta do it hot because I gotta get the next batch in to go. Cute little sardine. And his little friend. Now I just like mixed these colors up myself. I have like a little wet palette that I keep all my colors in, and I just mix them like paint. These other ones, so there's this person I follow on Instagram named Katie North, and she does this thing where she like waters down her underglaze and then like dumps it in and swirls it around, and it looks really pretty like watercolor, but I don't know, I don't really like mine. I did some pinks and blues. I don't know. Not my favorite. That one's kind of cool. I bet you I could probably just like throw some real glaze on here. Ooh, uh-oh. I wonder if I forgot to wipe the bottom of that one. Ooh. It must have been touching something in the middle there. Or maybe it like, maybe I didn't trim it well enough and it just kind of touched on the bottom. Yeah, this one did the same thing. So I must not have trimmed it enough. Oh well. Okay, these ones are that glaze for my friend. She calls it eggshell. I'm calling it moonstone. Love that glaze. I did some mugs in this one too. It's so pretty. I love the like speckles. Here's a little cherry. And then I have two more in here that are just like a wedding gift for an old coworker. She wanted little ring dishes for some of our other coworkers who are getting married this year. Cute. Okay. I'm gonna try to scrape this dish off that's still stuck in there and then go to the next shelf. This next shelf is all mugs in one little plate, so we'll start with a plate. Just one more little tomato. It even got a little, I must have put the red on pretty thick because there's like a little like crack in it. It looks really cool. So cute. And this will look so nice. Like let me grab these other ones just to show you how cute it'll look together. Oh, where are they? So I wanted to keep it simple, and then I kind of did this one that was a little bit more realistic. So you got like cherry tomato style up here, and then you have like a big heirloom. I added some like flame orange mixed with red at the top of that one to give it a little depth, and then this one's just cute little tomato. I love them. Okay, sorry, I really like those. Okay, next up, mugs. Let's go like boring to the best. This one is just Amaco Snow. I did like a little press mold of strawberry flowers, and the green that I put on there was much poppier. And if you see, like I thought the clay was gonna be this like bright color, and it got real dark. I mean, probably obviously from the underglaze, but I don't know, I might do something and refire it, but somebody will probably like it. I wanted it to be kind of like antique, so meh, not bad. Okay, now I have some mugs with some like sayings on them. These were porcelain, and I put the sayings on and then like sealed them with Mod Podge and wiped it back so that it's raised. In the inside, this one is I believe that's floating lavender. So that's one of the new Amaco ones. Yeah, that one's floating lavender, and I got lunar pink too. I couldn't tell the difference really when I was putting them on, but I could definitely tell now. And this one is just Emerald Falls with a rim of indigo float. That's really pretty. I feel like the sun's not like catching right in it, but this one's plants and coffee. So I figured I would do green on the inside, and it's actually really beautiful. Like, I want this mug for myself, and then I just dipped it in clear. So I'll show you Lunar Pink, which is still actually kind of purple. versus, so we have both of these are books and tea. Floating lavender versus lunar pink. I love them both. Yeah, like obsessed, love. I want everything in these colors. Yeah, love that. That purple is so rich. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, by the way, so I'm sorry about the sun. And there's enemies to lovers, little book mug. Okay, next up we have, let's see what this one is. Oh, he turned out cute. So another little like press mold, and I just slipped and scored him on there, underglazed and wiped him back. And then I'm trying to think what this glaze is, and I can't remember what I used. I know this is Indigo Float. Oh, I know, it's Glacier. Glacier from Spectrum. I actually thought it was going to drip a lot more than that, so I didn't put it on very thick at all, because it has dripped right off mugs for me before. But like, look at the inside. So pretty. Yeah, that's a great combination. So this is the same thing, but then I put sandstone like up here, and then a rim of Spectrum's pearl white to like make it all float together. Ooh, it's so pretty. I love that. And like the brown like pull, it's just, this is like perfect. Perfect mug. Love that one. I did put that one on a cookie because I was afraid that was gonna drip. Spectrum's floating glazes are all really drippy, so I was afraid that that was gonna happen. Okay, these are that moonstone glaze. And then I tried to put a rim of sapphire float, or not sapphire float, indigo float on the top, thinking that it'd give it a little bit more blue. It's pulling real green today. Like, I don't know if the camera will like show you, but oops. Love the snails. I feel like this color is usually a little bit more blue. Okay, snails, birds. I mean, you can see a tiny bit of the indigo float in there, but I was afraid again that it would just like drip. And I've never done a dipping glaze with like a layer of anything else on top, so I was definitely scared to do that. Okay, these next ones are a little wild. Oh, she turned out so cute. Okay, so I haven't made a mug for my husband in a long time, and he loves hummingbirds. So I had this press mold for a hummingbird, and so I put her on there, and I love her. I did a base of Emerald Falls, which is one of my all-time favorite glazes. If you don't put it on super thick, it turns this like pretty brown color. And then thicker as you go up with a layer of indigo float at the top. Wow. I mean, come on. I feel like you can't get more perfect than that. Look at that. I'm glad we're keeping this one. He doesn't know I made it for him, but I'm glad I get to look at this every day. So this is another one of those press molds that I just, instead of like wiping back all the underglaze, I just left it on there. So cute. He's gonna be so excited. And I wrote, oh, to Russell, love Sarah. Wow, I'm gonna do 8 million more of that combination because that is like chef's kiss. Yeah. I love when I can like hope for something to turn out right and it turns out even better than you expect it. Like that mug, I'm gonna be thinking about that one for a while. Okay, this is that same moonstone. It's pulling purples now. What the heck? Okay, so I covered this moonstone. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful too. Okay, I'm sorry. So I dipped this in moonstone, and then I did a layer of sandstone, probably to about like here. So this much sandstone, one layer, because I was afraid, and then covered the top in pearl white to melt it. And that is stunning. I think next time maybe I will like not do blue on the birds, but like maybe a green or purple. I should do purple on the birds next time. Look at the inside of this. Oh my gosh, I wish that I could figure out how to like make this better. This is insane. Okay, I cannot look at the back of that. That's insane. I know I usually do like bright poppy, not earthy colors, but okay, I'm obsessed with this shelf. The next one I think is the same. Yeah, it looks like I just did more sandstone. It's definitely more, I think this was like the bottom of the jar, so there's gonna be more crystals on this one. So more browns, which is fine, but like it's literally has sparkles. I hope you can see that. My mind is just like blown. Can you see it glittering? Wow. What? It's literally purple here, right? Can you see that? And then in the brown, there's some sparkles, but in this like green section, that's insane. And the inside, it almost looks like, have you seen those combinations with like, is it like cordovan over birch or something like that? It kind of reminds me of that. Okay, now I do wish I would have just like left the bird brown or something, but because there's literally like no blue in this, but still, love that. Okay, ooh, I'm sweating. That was an exciting shelf for me. I hope you all get as excited when you're opening your kilns as I do with mine, because I feel like I always have my expectations like high, and then when I don't get what I want out of them, I'm mad about it. So this is like, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna put these away, take the next shelf down, and I'll be right back. Last shelf, it's all mugs again. I'm gonna start with my kid's mug to my mom. It's not a mug, it's a wine cup. He painted that for her. This is that floating purple, or no, floating lavender on the inside, and then he just underglazed the outside, and I dipped it for him. We'll send it to her in the mail. Thank you for helping us, Nana. All right, the rest is kind of like more the same. Should we go boring to not boring again? Here's another one of those. Dang, I wish those weren't as dark, but that's a fern with just some snow on a speckled glaze. A speckled clay. It's still pretty, just kind of boring. Oh, same, except this one has some birds with blue. I like the blue better than the green. Cute but boring. Okay, I have lots of like the book quote mugs down here. Here's more of those. These are both the floating lavender. Love it. Books and coffee. Enemies to lovers. Hey, tell me your best enemies to lovers book. Maybe some of you don't read books like that, but if you do, let me know what you got. All right, we have, oh, this one's pretty. Books and coffee with that same glacier sandstone combination. Beautiful. These are really hot and I'm burning myself. That's honeydew. I love honeydew. Plants and coffee. Gotta say I love the Emerald Falls better, but some people like it a little more plain, I guess. Another plants and coffee. Ooh, I think the clear that I dipped in there went over the edge. It actually looks kind of cool. Do you see it? The little it's like a snail trail. Adorable. Plants and coffee. This clay, by the way, is Standards Porcelain 213, so it's like a cheap porcelain. You can tell it's like, it's white, but I feel like porcelain, you spend more money on like good porcelain and it'll be bright white. This is a little bit, just the tiniest bit yellow. But I like it. It's like a warm, I would call it warm white. Okay, I have 2 more book mugs, books and coffee, and I'm keeping this plants and coffee. So weird thing, when I took these out of the bisque, the black was like rubbing off. And I think maybe that was because I I tried the first one with wax resist, and like as I was rubbing, the wax kept coming off. So I switched to Mod Podge, and then I'm guessing as it fired, it kind of like lifted it. I don't know. But every time I touched it, it would come off on my finger, and then I'd like get it on the rest of it. And so this one is going to stay with me, but luckily it's Emerald Falls, so I get to keep it. Emerald Falls. Oh, my camera's about to overheat. I'm going to turn it off and be right back. Okay, as I was saying, I'm going to keep this one because even after I try to like wipe it clean, it stained the porcelain. So I'm not selling that. I know people will still buy things like this as like a seconds or whatever, but it's just going to be mine. Okay, there's a couple like showstoppers in here. Let's start with this one. This one's not a showstopper. This is just that lunar pink. And on the dark clay, it got really light. And I find that a lot with like the purples and floating glazes. They get lighter on the darker clay. No idea why. I'm sure it's science, but I don't know the answer. The inside's super pretty. I was nervous that it wasn't gonna be good on dark clay. Like it's so poppy on the white clay, but, and then I just wiped back some underglaze on that bug. Cute. And then here's, ooh, more bugs. These ones I did like fun colors in the underglaze. I almost wish I would have done the Emerald Falls on this one. I feel like it would have like popped those colors better, but this is that floating lavender. Still super cute. Like, here, let me show you. So this is on the porcelain, and this, I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell how much lighter it is on the darker clay. It's beautiful either way, but love it. I did a dragonfly as well in that same color. Looks like some, I underglazed it like purple and teal. Some of it burned off, but still love it. I also like carved in some lines. Some of them got filled in. This is a pretty thick glaze. Like when you put it on, it's kind of like pudding consistency. Okay. And then I did this cute little ice cream mug with sprinkles with the lunar pink. Love it. So cute. Just underglaze the sprinkles. I have more mugs that I'm going to throw in here. I have to glaze them today with this same like drippy edge. All right, last one. Ooh, I love it. It's that glacier, and I think I put more indigo float on it, and it really like went into the lines. Love, love, love. My camera keeps overheating, so I'm going to be quick about the ending here. We're in the direct sunlight, so I'm guessing it's just getting too hot. But like and subscribe. I'm going to have probably 2 more kiln loads this week before my next show, and then I have 3 weeks before the show after that. So I'll be doing some things in between now and then. Go check my Patreon out. I try to post on there every day, different content, more personal things. Instagram has been just a little funny lately, so I haven't been posting on there as much, but if you want to follow me there too. Otherwise, stick around, subscribe, like, do all the things, and I'll see you next week. Bye.